need you all in the comments that are Black people to perfectly explain to me if you feel that these voter ID laws are trying to dissuade Black people, people of color, to vote. Let me know, because the statistics say otherwise. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe, click that bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Please do subscribe to the channel, click the bell. Come on, y'all. Let's get out of the 34K. Let's get there. Where am I at? 35 or 34? Let's get out of that. I'm in the 800s. Let's get out of that, okay? Please do subscribe to JOA TV. It is free. It is free. Personal lifestyle vlogging channel. That's my second channel, JOA TV. It is free. I don't see why y'all won't subscribe. I should have 1,000 subscribers by now. All right? I'm close to 200, but come on, y'all. Patreon.com. Like I said, Patreon.com. It would really mean a lot if you support me on Patreon.com/JOA. Watch this clip, and I'll come back with some more.
Senator Klobuchar, Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp called your hearing yesterday, quote, political theater, and Mitch McConnell said it was, quote, a silly stunt fueled by fake outrage. There have been polls from Reuters and Monmouth just in the last month showing that most adults do favor strict voter identification laws and are concerned about election fraud. So is putting so much attention on this issue putting Democrats out of step with where voters stand on the matter? What do you think?
Let's talk about what the bill is. The bill is actually supported by, depending on the poll, 60 to 70% of Americans to take the dark money, the hidden money out of politics, to hold politicians to higher ethical standards, and then, as we just talked about, to put into law basic voting standards that say things like you've got to have mail-in balloting so Americans can vote safely regardless of where they live, that you have to be able to have same-day registration. All of these attempts, including denying water to voters in long lines, are attempts to turn people away from the polls. And that's why I don't see this as partisan. I went through what happened in my state. Trevor Potter, Meghan knows who he is. He was the head of the FEC under George Bush, a Republican. He supports this bill. So what this does, it puts into place some basic federal voting rights. And of course they're going to attack our hearing. But the Rules Committee just sits in their beautiful committee room and hasn't gotten anything done on federal election reform for years. So I thought, why don't we listen to the people, hear from the voters, including a veteran who didn't have to stand in line when he signed up to serve, but had to wait in line for 3 hours when he had to vote.
So I'm really confused. I understand there are people that, may not get an ID, can't get an ID, maybe because, I don't know, for transportation reasons. There may be because they don't drive, like I just said, and maybe because of the environmental conditions they live in and it's too far out. But I mean, those aren't really as much people, and these statistics are showing only 21% of people are opposed to presenting your voter ID in order for you to vote. 69% of Black people are in approval. They are in approval of showing voter identification, and it's a little bit higher in terms of 75% overall support voter ID laws, and it's in the 80th percentile for Republicans. So, I mean, we talked about this before. You know me, I don't kowtow to the whole victimization of saying, oh, because I'm a person of color or whatever. I try not to, at least. I mean, I try not to, but I'm really just trying to understand that if these polls are coming out from different sources saying that almost 70% of Black voters are in agreement of showing your ID to vote, then I just can't sit here and tell you that that there's really no problem that a lot of you guys are saying there's problems about. So I really want to hear your commentary towards that. And I know I'm going to get comments saying there's limited booths. I mean, there's limited days. And Amy Klobuchar was saying that on weekends they took that off, but someone was saying that the voting days on weekends were not taken off. So Amy Klobuchar was full of shit. So I don't know if that's the case or not. But like I said, growing up, I've always thought that, you need to show your voter ID card, your registration. And I know I'm going to get people in the comments saying, well, how come if you buy ammunition or whatever, you show different case of an ID? but you can't show your university ID for a voter ID registration. I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest with you. But if these statistics are coming out the way they're coming out, saying almost 70% of black voters are okay with voter ID registration, then how can I just sit here and say, how can I just sit here and just tell you guys that this is baloney? I mean, there's only 21% of people that disagree with this, that find this to be a problem. So I want to hear your thoughts. So let me know, stay in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Patreon, JOA TV, subscribe to that. Deuces. Yay!